Hi Expansion fam. This week we're going to talk about low back pain and how it relates to the deadlift. There's a few things we're going to go over again throughout this series, from mobility, structural balance, all the way to programming and how to adjust the deadlift mechanically. But this week we're talking about mobility. There's three big things we're going to talk about, and as you're going to see, they're all about the hips. If your hips move well, and you have the capacity to move through a full range of motion, especially if you can reach forward and touch the ground with a relatively flat back, with no pain down the leg, you're in a good position to be able to deadlift from the floor and deadlift heavy, all right? So caveats, I don't want any pain down the leg in terms of numbness or tingling. And if you feel stuff in the calf, that's not ideally where I want you to feel it. I want most of the sensation to be in the hamstring, maybe the low back. We'll get into that in our core part of this series. But today, here are the three exercises to improve that hip mobility to allow us to deadlift safer and reduce the chance of low back pain. Number one, hip 90-90 rotations. These are very simple. You're going to get into a position with a 90-90 at the knee and the hip, and we're going to rotate through this position. Another thing we can do here is add a little weight up front. That way it can help us leverage forward here and stay more upright, okay? That's number one. Number two is hip airplane. This is a hip stability exercise, but it's also a good mobility exercise if you can control the range, right? One leg down on the ground, you're gonna hinge forward, open up. You can get fancy with the arms, and then you wanna close off, and I want you to almost over-rotate, pointing that foot back. You're gonna get a big old stretch in that hip. And lastly, a little banded joint distraction. If you're having any sensation, especially in the hamstrings, you really need to open it up. When you reach forward towards the ground, I want you to wind this up. Come on forward. The band's gonna be pulling back, and I just want you to bend and straighten that leg. And I want you to play with the positions a little bit as well. Move one leg forward and one leg back. That's all I got for you guys. Check out the YouTube channel with the full length videos. But again, try these three hip mobility exercises before you deadlift and see how your back pain's healing. See you soon.